This video is going to be really interesting. It's about transparency mapping, and this can be used for things like um, tattered cloth, and in fact, even the bookmark that we just hit. So how about we hide the book, go into the outliner. I'm going to go ahead and show the bookmark. Let's go ahead and fix this bookmark, shall we? So this is what I wanted to work on. Let me go ahead and create a new material. Lambert is the shader I'm choosing. Matte underscore bookmark. To the color, I'm going to plug in a file into my color and just assign tex underscore book color to it. This is obviously not how I wanted my bookmark to look like, so the texture is not wrapping around correctly. So I'm going to start out by simply planar mapping it. But remember, you are projecting it from on top, which is basically the y-axis. You can see the entire texture has been wrapped onto my bookmark right now. Let's go into my UV texture editor. Here it is. I'm going to go ahead into the UV mode by pressing F12. Select the UVs and making them smaller and adjusting them until they fit here. Okay, that is supposed to be my bookmark over there. So that is the part of the texture that I'm really truly interested in. There you go. So my UV, the manual tweaking of the UVs or UV mapping has been done pretty well, and that looks nice. However, I do not like the fact that I'm getting to see this black. I thought this bookmark was going to be sort of transparent in the back. I don't want to see this black. Now, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in Photoshop, because we all love Photoshop and you guys are champs of Photoshop. Let me bring in our file over here. Double click on the background layer to open it up, and I'm going to click on the black and I'm going to remove it. Or I can simply right click on it and say similar, just remove all the black. Now I haven't quite done a really good job of it, so let me just Control Z. Let me change the tolerance maybe to 32, similar, delete. And in doing so, what I'm really doing is basically making transparent images. Now I don't even need this part right here. So I'm just going to select this part and delete it. That way I'm just getting to see the bookmark. Not only am I seeing the bookmark and nothing else, the part in the back right here is also transparent. I hope you guys know how to make transparent images in Photoshop. I'm going to save this as tex underscore bookmark color. And I don't know if I showed you guys this. I just ended up saving it as a PNG file. It's the power of using a PNG. Now I want you to see what happens. So instead of applying the book texture to it, I'm going to go ahead and make a new material. Actually, hold on. I just did create a new material on this, isn't it? Now let that be. Let me call this bookmark 1. Let me go ahead and make a new material. Lambert again. Matte underscore bookmark 2. And this time I'm going to plug in to the file, which is into the color tab, that is, the transparent image that I just made, which was my bookmark color. And see what happens when I do that. Maya assumes the transparency of the object as well. Now this is fantastic. You can actually have objects below him. You should be able to see him through the object, which is fantastic. This is still one flat image. You can use this technique to make feathers, to make hair, to introduce stairs in your cloth. So many different ways of doing this. You can also use transparency mapping to create dirty glass, so on and so forth. So that is transparency mapping. What's really interesting to see is, let me go ahead and show you what this material looks like now. When I plugged into the color field, that particular PNG, Maya recognized that it has a transparency element to it, and it plugs the same image into the transparency section automatically. I did not do that. This is what Maya did automatically for me. And that's how he understands that this is supposed to be a transparent image. It's a really useful tool, and that was transparency mapping for you guys.